Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today is the 8th of February, and if you're an American here in the United States, if you're watching someplace else, I'm sure you're going to watch the Super Bowl today as well. It's also a good time to get out on the water if you don't want to have to deal with a bunch of people. Just a little insider thing, although you might not want to today. We're going to talk a little bit about river levels coming up, but things since yesterday have changed a lot. Some of the rivers here locally and, of course, up and down the coast have seen decent bounces, and a river or two around here was seen already over a foot, and it's going to continue through today and possibly through tomorrow as well. So some things to look forward to this upcoming week, a little bit more water to work with. We'll find out from Peyton Major this morning on how much water we're really going to have this upcoming week and how long that might last. Let's just hope a lot of it spends its time up on Mount Hood for the next 3 or 4 months. We'll see how that works out. If you'd like to call us up, if you have any questions, comments, or reports, this is our GPS hotline right down here. It's 503-548-6777. Like always, questions, comments, reports, and if you have a live report, for whatever reason this morning, we'd put you at the front of the line because we want to get that information out real time, like we try to do here every day. Of course, this upcoming segment, we're going to have a few reminders for you, a couple. It is that time of year, show season, right? I know some of you aren't that much of a fan of that, but we're going to have some insight for you on that as well, as we're going to show you some of those rivers and what those forecasts are for this upcoming week so you can make a choice on what you want to do. My plan was tomorrow, probably going to push it out a couple of days. We'll see exactly what the rivers ultimately do as we go forward. But special guests here in the studio, and it seems like it's always the same time, isn't it? Was it last year the same time that we had you in? Somewhere around there. John and Lynn Haxton. They are the owners of Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery. You know, the place you go to get your tops, your covers for your boats, your interior upholstery, just get stuff fixed, worked on. And we're even going to remember to talk about Gator Step, which is one of the coolest products that I've ever put into a drift boat or any boat, for that matter, that Haxton's does for you. And for you folks that are out there with those windshield type boats and even center console boats, or for that matter, even open boats, if you really like the people that you take with you, which sit on the floor, some really interesting shockwave hydraulic dampening cushioning seats. Whew, above my pay grade, but at the very least, very, very cool. So something we're going to have a chance to check in with John and Lynn here in just a little bit. Also, though, looks like we got a couple phone calls. Oh, before I forget, yesterday I was supposed to announce one of our newest sponsors. It's Protect Oregon Wildlife. We have a chance to partner up with them. Anti-poaching here in Oregon. We're definitely going to have a chance to highlight what they do to help our wildlife here in the Northwest and how you can help prevent poaching here in the state of Oregon. Great organization. They do a lot of work, and it's just one of those things that, yeah, it's great to get the insight out there. And I'm hoping that we can get some of the enforcement agents as well in here at some point in time, ask questions, find out what it is that they'd like us to do to help out if we're in those situations. So by all means, we look forward to working with Protect Oregon Wildlife. All right, so we've got Bob on the line, we've got Richard on the line. Looks like we've got a couple others as well. So we're going to try to get to those maybe here or this upcoming segment, but let's go ahead and show you some of the photos that you've all been sending in. And there's a lot of them. And for those that, like, hey, where are my photos? Okay, just bear with us. It takes a couple weeks. Sometimes we get hundreds of these things each week. First steelhead of the year, Lori. Nice steelhead. I hope I can say that this week. I'm going to give it a go, that's for sure. Alaskan caribou. Now, either that was a photo from a long time ago or they're still using the flip phone. I don't know, but Gary, thanks for sending the photo in. I was told caribou is excellent eating. Is that bad that I look at it that way? Maybe not. Interesting. Bob's steelhead, thanks for sending the photo over. Another nice one right there. Breaking out the drift boats, and you're going to have that chance this week with some water finally showing up in the area. Don't forget, though, that is Hag Lake. I can tell by that bank for sure, and some nice trout. They released a ton of trout this year, as they always do. But from what I read, they actually put extras in this year as well. There's a shoot. Look at that. Great day for greenheads. Yeah, but look at the far left. Come on there. You got one hen in there. Don't be a hater, okay? Got to shoot the greenhead. So that's a great photo. You don't get photos like that a lot. I guarantee you, though, whoever it was that took that hen heard about it. Just saying, they heard about it. Chase Trophy Steelhead. Yeah, it is. Now, he's got the Oregon handout, as you can tell there, everyone. Not saying it's not, but look, he's got that thing out there a ways. That's a dandy hatchery steelhead. Say that. Brian says that that's legit. Well, it looks like a big one. Do they say what size it is? You can't remember. Well, anyway, I would call it a teener. Darn nice fish. I ain't saying nothing. I haven't touched one yet this year. Maybe I did, but in the end, I haven't landed one. Here's another good one. Got to get the dogs out there. Joe Graham sent the photo over. Got a couple of ducks laying there on the side. And that dog has seen a lot of duck blinds in its time. You're lucky, Joe. Hopefully that is something I get to see this time around with Drago. Here's another great photo. Julie's first steelhead. Brett sent the photo over. Very cool. Nice steelhead. And, a lot of optimism going forward with this shot of water that we got coming. It's going to change things significantly. We'll talk about that this upcoming segment. Pheasant hunt. James sent the photo over. Yeah, where the heck is that? Are those pin birds or wild? North Dakota. No kidding? Very cool. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I would make that trip for sure. I love chasing pheasant. That is a ton of fun, and they are absolutely delicious. No question about it. Another great one, Pat Little, nice steelhead. Yeah, jet boat trip looks like. Very cool, nice photo in the background too. You can see the little steam coming off the water. I love these things. Thanks for everyone for taking the time to send it in. It's easy to do. It's the Fox 12 app. It's free. Download it. Follow along with everything here at Outdoor GPS, like I always say. But of course, get your weather and other local news through Fox 12 Plus and Fox 12, and they will always keep you dialed in. A couple of calls coming in. Should I take one here, Ryan, or just wait till the next segment? Let's go ahead and talk to Richard. Richard is from Kenmore. Bob, don't go anywhere. I'm going to take you this upcoming segment, so don't go anywhere, Bob. But Richard, how you been, man? It looks like you got a report to share. From when? When were you most recently out on the water up north?
Went out Friday out on the big lake, Lake Washington, to do some trout fishing and to try out these new 2-inch Yakima cup.
Oh, you picked some up at the Puyallup show, didn't you?
No, ordered them online.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. How'd the trout up there like them?
Dude, pretty good lure. The beads that you have stacked on there, shoot, I saw maybe 6 or 7 beads on Magnuson's 2-inch.
Yeah.
I really think that weighs it down too much, so I've been using beaded bobber stops.
Oh, yeah. That's certainly one of them that folks have done. And then there's I saw another set of rigging with really thin tubing as well that folks were utilizing as well. So that's interesting. So you noticed that the beads on there kind of weigh it down. Were you running it behind a 360 style flasher for trout or just an inline, or what were you doing?
Running it behind one of those addicted teardrop Dodgers. Okay. And also the good thing with the beaded bobber stop there is you can almost make that into like the cut plug into like a flasher itself. You can pull that beaded bobber stop up like 6 inches and have it riding above your corn, your worms, your maggots, and it just gives it a way better action. You're actually using the cut plug to manipulate the action on your bait.
That's a good point, because there's a lot of theories there that, especially with kokanee and I would assume trout as well, that they're keying in on the bait itself, the cut plug, and then see that corn behind it and come up and actually make and bite that, of course. But yeah, very interesting. I'm glad that you mentioned that. So it is definitely going to be a bait that's going to become popular for trout and kokanee. Overall, though, fishing was pretty good on Lake Washington.
A little slow for February with the temperature and with the thermocline being a little wonky. We haven't had the solid cold temps to have the lake switch over, so it's all up and down. But yeah, just kind of looking forward to April 1st, our spring winter blackmouth fishery, and then and I'm so ready. I'm going to spend all my time down in Oregon this spring, sir.
Are you really going to be down here on the Columbia?
I'm going to be down in your back pocket all spring and try to make it down there as many times as I can during the summer.
Well, here's my advice. Based on what we've got going on right now with the snow levels as bad as they are, and I mean, we really can't get any worse, everyone, as you speak in the second week of February. It can't be much worse up on Mount Hood and obviously around the state, of course. But think early. A strong possibility, depending on what happens with the smelt return. If it's not an outlandish or a massive return like what we had last year, for instance, it could be an early show. Those conditions could be really, really prime in March, and some might say even earlier than that, with the warmer river temperatures, water temperatures, and lower levels. So maybe think a little early for those trips as you come down. But, of course, we'll try to keep everybody informed what's going on here on GPS, as always. Richard,
hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Owen, have you heard anything about a good green label herring yet?
I haven't heard anything one way or the other as far as availability. I haven't heard if it's a shortage or not this year, although it's an easy phone call to make, especially for you. Puget Sound area could give you a good idea what's going on, as you already know. But no, I haven't heard anything one way or the other, positive or negative, for green label herring yet. And I'm sure that we will sometime soon, one way or the other. Richard, thanks for your phone call, bud, and the report for Washington Lake. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, we're going to jump into our report segment. No reports for me to share, but we're going to talk about river levels. We'll also check in with Peyton Major, so Steve, take a seat. And then, of course... we're going to find out how you should make your plan for this upcoming week if you're going to chase some steelhead around here. We'll be back with that in just a minute.